Hello,
Hey, soul girl!
Ladies.
Here she is. How are you?
I am blessed. How y'all doing today?
Totally awesome.
Okay.
hello, everyone. This is, you know what? We were going to talk to you guys about, yeah, really, Lene.
I'm
What?
sorry.
Really, Nene. Anyway, you guys, we are talking about affirmation for the soul, you guys. Yes, it's real, as you can tell. We got people outside, we got people eating on air. Oh, my goodness.
We said it's gonna be real.
Well, hey, it is.
We
Ain't nothing
bringing it to
about
you,
it.
baby.
So
We
it,
bringing
it
it to
is
you.
totally that. We and welcome you guys to please get online, text your friends, tell them we're live. Uh, get into the conversation with us. We want to hear from you guys. We want to hear what you got to say. Um, because what you have to say, we're gonna feed off of you all. So please join in with the conversation because yeah, we need to get to know why people are talking negative talk inside their heads and
And
the
me out.
adverse effect about it, the adverse effect, it's when we talk bad, it's a chemical reaction in the brain, and it's hard to even get it where those neural um
Transmitters.
transmitters are growing back out into positivity.
Real
I'm
quick,
going to have
ladies.
Soul talk about
Real quick, before you
what.
go any deeper, because I don't want anyone to miss it. I'm looking on your Facebook and I'm not seeing it live.
I don't either, but it's okay. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it except for I don't know what to do actually.
Okay.
I mean,
All
I
right.
have the destination in StreamYard, and I'm not for sure why it's not there as well. So I see it too, and it's not there.
All
Sorry,
right.
y'all. But we can rebroadcast it
Play
hopefully.
around with it while I explain a little bit
No, I'm
about
not. Yeah,
affirmation.
I'm not gonna mess with anything in the
Um,
background because who
so
knows? I might throw us all off. But go ahead. What I was gonna ask you to talk about though was the positive uh, in the water.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, before we get into that, are we going to introduce them to what this whole show is about, or did I miss it?
You missed it. You was eating.
I'm
But
sorry,
no,
y'all.
go ahead, Nene. Go ahead.
If y'all
Since you,
already told
since
them, I
you,
don't
no,
need to
no,
say it.
no. Go straight ahead, girl, and talk about your 7-day thing for the perspective, and then so we'll get to you. Go ahead, Nene.
Oh, see, I was thinking I was going to share that at the end when we share our personal businesses with everybody. I didn't, like you said, I was eating my, stuff. So I didn't hear it because I was like, okay, we know about the loving affirmations for the soul and why we came up with the name loving affirmations for the soul.
Go right ahead.
We covered all that.
No, go
No, say it.
ahead. Do it.
Um, okay, well, if y'all don't know, okay, if y'all were like me, so Catherine the Great, at times when we get to new experiences in life, we may get stuck in our head with negative self-talk, and we may not know people around us that have experience, so we don't think that we can accomplish it. So instead of speaking those living words over ourselves, we speak those negative words like, well, maybe not right now, or oh, I'm lazy, you procrastinate, you ain't gonna never get that done. Girl,
Tired.
you know the plan, huh? What you say?
I'm tired. That's the number
I'm
one.
tired. All these things come up. And the thing is, we just need to learn how to reframe it, those little negative words that don't make us feel so good and make us feel drained, and reframe it to self-loving words that make us feel worthy and get into action. So that's the reason why we came up with the loving affirmations for the soul, because we want to start speaking loving to our souls. We want to encourage our souls to get up and move forward to what God has in store for us, because he dropped the vision in our soul for us to walk towards it. Not for us to be like, oh, I can't do that, or I need this, I need that. Now we got everything we need right now. So let's go towards it with these these loving affirmations for the soul.
I love it. I love it. I mean, look at that. Ain't that an introduction
I
for you?
love it. Yeah, that was fantastic. I hope y'all was able to follow that.
Because that was a lot, huh? That was a
It was a
lot,
lot.
huh?
It was
No,
a
no,
lot.
no, no, no. That was great. Thank you. And I'm gonna
Thank you,
follow it up with
soul.
some more. I'm
Yeah,
gonna follow
go
it up
right
with a
on
little
ahead.
more. All right. So my name is Soul.
Yeah.
I'm a holistic healer, and this is I'm still on a self mastery journey myself. I think we all are. Once you get to this side of the world, when you decide to change your life, begin taking care of yourself, learning how to love you and take care of you, understand that through these years we've been conditioned to not do that. We have not done that in so many ways. I mean, I'm not saying I can't blame you guys to say yes you have, but we're going to point out so many things, because even me in the self-mastery journey, these two ladies right here, all right, are always pinpointing, like, look what you're doing, look how you talking, and I'm like, all right, you're right. So honestly, that's actually part of the reason that this whole thing came about, because we were sitting there talking one day, and I swear, Kathy texted me. I can't even tell you how many bad things that I said. Okay, so it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. Like, seriously, guys. So I'm like, holy camoli! Like, I
It's
really have.
different when you read it, right? It's different when you read it back. It's almost scary.
Well, it is, because
Yeah.
I didn't know I was saying that many things. Like, geez, Louise. So
We never realize what comes out of our mouth until
Yeah.
someone addresses it. And so
right.
you were so right. Iron sharpen iron. Just like we hold you accountable, I thank you for holding us accountable as well,
Exactly.
because we need that as well. A strong support system that's going to get up in our face and say, hold on now. That ain't right. Let's reframe this. Let's do it differently,
That's
because
right.
we're trying to reach the multitude. So thank you.
Absolutely. And the beauty about this is that, guys, this is all, like I said, it's not just a journey. Like, understand that there are biological effects that are taking place, right?
Right.
I'm
Hmm.
a science geek and I am a major in biology. I absolutely love this, have 12 years in the medical field. So I just want to give you a little glimpse of what happens inside your body when you start making these changes, all right? Neuroplasticity is tremendous, and it's real, and it's been scientifically proven already. So I just want to tell you guys that I want you to understand that all our habits have been strengthened through all these years of adaptation to survival that we've become accustomed to. A lot of outside factors have taken effect on what we've been conditioned to believe, act, behavior, attitude, but we've just been surviving from what we know, you know? So who's to blame us or tell us that we're wrong when that's all we know? But you can only say and start catching yourself and become aware of these things when you do know. So we're here to hold you accountable, to let you know, listen, we know it's a journey, but we got you. And you're not alone. We're here with you.
Yes, that part.
So all the things that are strengthened thus far are strong connections in your brain. Those neurotransmitters are, the synapses is instant, right? So that connection is instant. Messages travel to your brain at 230 miles per hour, so imagine there's no it's instant. You snap. That's not even quick enough, you know but I want to tell you, and I want to share with you that this is why consistency is so necessary, because the same way that all these years have strengthened those connections, now we have to kind of do a reverse effect by pruning those connections and substituting them with positive
Right.
connections. And those are things that we're probably not used to and are going to feel awkward about at first. But understand that the more you do it, you're strengthening those neural connections. So amazing results will occur. Give this 30 days, you'll already begin to see the change. Give it 60 days, it'll already become habitual. Give it 90 days, it's set in stone.
Okay. And so I like that so much, because that's the reason why I became a transformation coach, and everything about me is doing it in your own perspective. But what you say is very key, because as you go through your own perspective and things like that, you need to have consistency, because every hurdle that I overcame in life was it. I overcame it once I got consistent and intentional about that act. But then as soon as I get comfortable, I fall right back off. But just
Right.
imagine if I was consistently going towards that and walking in that daily. We have to be consistent. Consistency is everything. Without consistency, you're going to continue to find yourself in that same cycle of feeling unworthy. Okay. That's all I wanted to say. Because you
Yeah.
are so right. Consistency is everything.
Hmm.
And it ain't no up and down. I'm consistent today. I'm not consistent tomorrow. You're
Right.
going to find yourself in depression, anxiety, and everything else like that, because you're not being consistently going towards what's in your heart.
Well, just know that, understand how I just broke it down. Like, it's okay because that's, you're human. And naturally, this is how your brain works. When that connection is already instilled, it's comfortable with that. It's comfortable with that action. It knows that action. So what is this awkward thing we're trying to force it to do that it doesn't know? Of course, it's trying to rebuke that and trying to hold on to what it knows. But sometimes what we know is nothing but toxicity.
That part.
And
Oh, look at
also,
Kathy. I
just
saw
to
that gasp
tell
for
you,
air. Ah, wait.
and also just to let you guys know that negativity is the default. Like we don't have to choose
Right.
negativity. We have to choose positivity. We have
Right.
to actively die to that negative talk and make ourselves believe that we are beautiful, that we are amazing, that we are awesome, that we can do this, that we got this. And we need to do that for one another because when I was growing up 80,000 years ago, it was called being conceited.
Right. Right.
And that's a negative. And so I
Right.
had to fight myself for thinking that I was conceited all the time. And then it made me think, well, maybe I'm not so pretty. So maybe I'm not supposed to this, that, and so. And so all of that,
Wow.
that negativity started happening. It took me until my 40s to know that I was a pretty person
Wow.
because of the lie that was laid down to me when I was a little girl.
Right.
Someone told me I was ugly. Well, and that person that told me was in authority. Like that person was somebody I looked up to. And so when you tell me that, it's like, well, I am ugly. And so when I looked in the mirror, I saw ugly. If
Right.
she had told me I was beautiful,
You are beautiful.
wow, like
Right.
40
The
years would
difference.
not have been lost. Because I'm
Wow.
60, y'all. And I know I don't look like a 60-year-old
You
person.
definitely don't, girl. Okay.
Say that with your beautiful
And
self.
I don't know
Definitely
where
Okay.
her
don't.
negativity came from. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And that's another thing. It's hard. It was hard for me to receive compliments because I didn't think they were real. I didn't think that they were. Um,
And I'm a
I
witness
didn't
of
think they
that
were
because I've
true.
given her plenty, and she be like, she tries to stop. You guys don't even notice, like, and this may be some of you guys. You may not even notice it, where you're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, come on," or something like that.
yeah,
It's you not accepting it.
yeah.
Right.
And so that happened to me a lot. But let me just tell you, as I've grown up and been a big girl, I have found that the negative things that are pointed to us, all ladies or all gentlemen, are coming from their hurt and placing it on us.
Right.
And that's what I found out. I'm like, oh, she was the ugly one. Although she was beautiful in her spirit, she was horrible,
Ugly.
ugly. If we had peeled her face back and saw all the ugliness in there, well, who put it on her? Her mother.
Right.
It's all past hurt. And so a lie was laid down. 90% of the time when we have negative thoughts, it's because someone lied to us back when we were impressionable.
Right.
Right.
And now it's up to us to find that, like you said, so that those neural passages, like your brain literally grows new stuff when you start doing things positive. Like it's really amazing to see what the brain does. Go ahead, Nene. You was about to say
Right.
something.
Okay. I was agreeing with you about, dang, it slipped my mind. But I do want to say that means it don't need to be said if it slipped your mind, okay, y'all? But no. Because it was something I wanted to say to you, Kathy, as well as to Soul. But like with the neural oh, that's what I wanted to say. Just like the offenses from the past that we experienced from people saying negative things on us, it still happens this day and age. And that's what I wanted to ask Soul to speak on.
I was
Because
about to call 911 because I thought somebody snatched you. Don't do that no more. All I saw was the sun. I was like, wait a minute, 911.
I'm
Where's
gone.
song go?
right. But yeah, just like, the offenses from the past that was spoken over our life, sometimes the people that are in our life today that does not fully understand our vision may speak things over us like, girl, you wasting your time. You can't sit up here and say, focus on something that ain't profitable, because they don't see your vision. And so because they don't see it, they're speaking at it. And then you're like, well, maybe I don't need to go towards this. Don't let it shake you. So you have to reframe any negative thought that comes into your life. And that's what I wanted to ask you. So tell us about that, about how the negative thoughts that we feel from the past, currently, and things like that, how is the people that's coming into our life a reflection of what we consciously think?
Well, we're attracting it. Right,
Yes.
right. So the beauty, I mean, it's crazy. Listen, this is just how life works, and this is why it's called self mastery, because guys, it's a process to learn this, and I'm in the medical, like I do biology. That's my major. That's what I love, the anatomy and physiology, the brain, neuroscience.
Right.
Is just, it's amazing how we function. But when we can begin to understand the simple functions that we have within us and how it's making us react, we can also understand how we can stop it in its tracks because we're now aware, right? And flip it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty of it, guys. We've been conditioned to what you know so far is what you've learned along the years. This is your experience. This is what you've built up to, and that's okay. You are who you are. I don't judge anybody because you are where you are because of what you've been through. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What you've adapted to survival in this world. So that's okay. But if you look at it and you're not satisfied with the person that you are, and you're ready for some real growth, and somebody to be that real with you to tell you, well, and from an outsider that loves you, right? Not just from anybody,
Mhm.
because there's envy
Right.
out here, there's haters, you got all that. Make sure it's somebody that loves you and
Mhm.
say, can you give me some real feedback? Like, we have to adjust certain behaviors, attitudes, and ways of speaking, in order to become the person that we are seeking to become. Of
Right.
course, all these people are not going to, support you. They have no idea how to get there. What you're saying to them is an illusion, a dream, something we've been sold, right?
Right.
What they don't realize is we're that capable of it. And they can't see it because they can't see it. They can't envision it. The vision is yours. God gave it to you, not anybody else. It's
Mm-hmm.
your vision. It's your dream. That's okay. You don't need anybody to believe in you. Now, remember this: your closest family and friends, your closest people,
Are
will
the
be the ones
hardest.
that will
They're
laugh
the
at you the
hardest.
most. Yeah.
Mhm.
So don't go by them. Matter of fact, if you could do it without saying anything, do it. Because at the end of the day, success is its own revenge. It speaks for itself.
It,
So stay focused on like where you're trying to go and what your actual dream is, because you can't listen to people that haven't made it. You can't listen
ah,
to,
girl.
right, you can't listen to people that aren't doing where you're trying to get. If you're talking to people that are all working at KFC, nothing wrong with people who work at KFC, but if everybody in the circle is working at KFC, I can't talk to you about running the business. I can't talk to you about CEO positions of the business. Does that make sense?
The
So
other thing
the
about this
circle means a
though,
lot.
the other thing though is also surrounding yourself around the same people, the same type of people that you want to emulate.
Right. Right.
So yes, you might attract negative
That's all you're
reaction
used to.
because it's comfortable, maybe. I don't know.
That's all you're
But
used to.
the more people that you come around that go getters and go like I'm about to start going to networking groups because those are
Right.
like-minded people. If I got
Right.
to get up in the morning and go to these groups just to get around people that are thinking and saying and going the same direction than I am and can get me connected to certain things, me sitting right here is never going to get it done. I got to
Right.
get out there and I got to get around people that I want to network with. And you don't know that until you get out there. So that's part of it. That's part of it. But what the negativity is killing us as women. It's killing us. It's making us choose men that we shouldn't choose. It's making us eat things we shouldn't eat. It's making us be stuck in careers that we may not want to that we might want to break out of and can't because we feel like we can't because somebody said you can't.
Yep.
Like Nene, like you said, if you got that drive, if the Lord gave you that dream, who am I to tell you to do anything any differently? I ain't God. So why am I listening to folks?
Right.
And then some, but even if they're not listening at that time to people,
Mhm.
that inner voice, and that's the
Yeah.
reason why we, doing this talk, the loving affirmations for the soul, because we got to start talking loving to ourselves, being our number one cheerleaders, letting ourselves know, you got this, go towards it. Okay, do research, get a plan for it, just whatever to go towards it, to reframe those negative thoughts of you can't.
So
Because
tell
I
me
know
how to do
sometimes
that.
we may sit and make it seem easy, because we may seem like that we have been through the process, but it ain't always easy. Every day is a new challenge for you to speak life, because
Every
those
day.
negative, uncomfortable feelings will come up over and over and over again, especially when you're going after something new, a new vision that God has placed into your heart, or more clarity on the vision He already dropped in your heart. I'm happy you asked, how do you go
Yeah.
about that, Kathy?
Yeah.
Because this is my intro to my self-love perspective. What? Okay. So the self-love perspective is literally just that. It's helping us reframe those unworthy thoughts and making them into worthy, actionable steps. Okay. So many times we are stuck in our head because, like I said before in this video, and everything you're going to hear me say is we stay stuck in our head about what we cannot do because we're looking at everything that is missing.
Right.
Okay. We get so busy with the world to where we want to focus on the world. We get distracted because it's so much easier to try to fix everybody but ourselves.
Okay.
Right.
So this self-love perspective, when you are feeling overwhelmed, misunderstood, like life is just too much. Like, what's the point of this? That ugly face, like you ready to fight. Okay. When you just fed up with life like that, the 7-day self-love perspective is for you. What it's going to do is get you to journal for 7 days. It's going to get you all up in your face with affirmations, to where you're speaking love to yourself. You're speaking those words that you need to hear to make you feel worthy. You will be your number one cheerleader on this 7 days. And in that 7 days, you're going to get quotes to get you active. Why are you stuck like this? What are you missing? Like, to where you got to confront those thoughts. Because like Kathy said, first, once you become aware, or Soul said it, once you become aware, you can do something with it. So you're going to become aware of those limiting beliefs, those unworthy thoughts, and then you're going to get affirming words to replace it. I am successful. I am constant. Like Soul said, consistency. I am consistent. Sometimes that's all we
Three
need to
times a
hear.
day.
Three
You should be
times a day.
affirming 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Affirming 3 times a day, in the morning, at lunchtime, and before you go to bed. Just affirming yourself. And in that course, you're going to get 12 or more affirmations for yourself that you create, or the ones that I give to you throughout the journaling process. You're also going to get scriptures, whether you're a Bible thumper or, whatever the case may be. The thing is, it's just scriptures letting
Positive.
you know that you are
Mhm.
supported every step of the way.
Yeah.
Nothing more than that. Just words of affirmation to let you know that you are loved, you are supported. All the strength is within you as long as you look within yourself. So that is what the 7-day self-love perspective will give to you. Just much needed time with yourself. I promise you, you will appreciate it, because I even go through the 7-day course myself. And when I did it, when I first pushed it out there to the world and I went through it myself, I started subtracting people that was not serving me, that I realized was an energy drainer, and that was more of a distraction than iron sharpening iron, that I say that I won't. That I want to be surrounded by people that love and support me. They wasn't supporting me. They was just adding to me feeling like, oh, well, right now may not be the time.
Right.
Get in tune
Because
with you,
because it's
see what you
easy.
need.
What is
It
it? What do they
is.
say?
Misery loves company.
Thank you. Thank
Mhm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's true. And if people ain't doing nothing, they want you to do nothing with them. Nobody
Yeah.
got
Exactly.
time for that. All right.
Yeah.
Nobody got time for that. If you spend an hour watching Netflix, that's an hour you just wasted not working on your dream. Straight
Right.
up. So, it's just our mindset. It's a mentality thing, and it's us conquering what we've been used to.
That,
So we already are who we are up to now. Nobody can blame you for that. Nobody can blame you for what happened. Understand to forgive, move past it, and just continue to check yourself, because I got to check myself every single day. Every single day I got to check myself. So I'm going to give y'all a quick task because I got to go jump on a plane. So I got to get off this call. But the only thing that I want to leave y'all with is this, right? For the next time that we meet, make a list, right? Get a piece of paper and fold it in half. At least, I bet you in one day, you can find 10 words that you're using that are not so great. All right? I am tired. Change it. I had a great and productive day. I know you may be feeling a little something, but make sure that you change it into an empowering word. I had a great and positive day. Because I bet you, even though you're tired, you must have been productive if you're tired, right? So let's switch it. Simple things, right? Sometimes we bump our toe. Oh, that was so stupid. Oh, man, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So little things like that we don't catch, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got to catch these things.
Yeah.
They know I curse way too much. I'm working on it. I swear. They keep trying to get a swear jar going, but I'm going to make them rich, so I refuse. I refuse to accept that challenge. But it's just to show you
Give
guys
me
that
money.
I'm working on it too, you know? We're all in this together, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Thank
I
you
do like,
so much for your
yeah.
time. You be safe, traveler. Traveling grace and mercy, beautiful
Yes.
Thank
Text
you,
queen.
me when you
love.
get there. Send me a pretty picture.
I will. I will. Have a blessed one. I mean, it's already
I'm
nuts where I'm at
so
right
glad
now.
you were able to
Right.
pop on. I was like, where
Me
is
too. Me
she?
too. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. We'll do this again. I can't
Oh
wait.
yeah, most
Yes, we
definitely.
will.
Most definitely.
And I would just like to say, like Sol has said, she had mentioned forgiveness. In the 7-day course, I also give you a forgiveness exercise to where you actually write down the offenses that others have had and say that you forgive them. And you
Mm,
just release all that because it's no longer serving you. It actually made you better. It actually gave you the standard of what you hold yourself to today. So give it credit where credit is due, but don't hold on to it to where it enables you. So I take you through an exercise to where you're forgiving yourself for allowing yourself to stay in situations longer than you needed to and
yeah.
experience things that you could have prevented if you loved yourself a little bit more and had those standards in place.
Yeah.
So I take you through the process of forgiving yourself as well as forgiving others. Because if we did not know how to love ourselves, how can we expect someone else to love us and treat us the right way? So we're forgiven all the way around.
Let me put this back up here real quick. I want to amazing. I am strong. I mean, we need
Amazing.
to know that we are these people. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we are that woman. You know,
Right.
something has dimmed our life. Something has dimmed our life.
Mm-hmm.
Something has done it. And this is the other thing I want to say too is when we talk negative talk, like Soul said about being stupid, like we talk stupid, say things like that, like oh that was dumb or man I da da da.
Mm-hmm.
Say that to your 5-year-old self.
Right.
You wouldn't talk to a 5-year-old that way if you loved her.
Right.
And so
Right.
why would you say that to yourself? And so when we are talking to ourselves, we are talking to our 5-year-old self. We're talking
Mm-hmm.
to a little kid that needs to be healed from
And
years
nurture.
and years and years and years and years and years and years of negativity.
And not feeling
And
safe, not feeling
oh my
protected.
gosh. And yeah, and so when we do that and then we wake up to this foreign feeling of happiness. I had a
Right.
lady tell me the other day, I was dancing around, but it felt so crazy. It felt weird. Yeah, because she wasn't used to it. But she was happy and didn't know that that's how she should feel. And oh my gosh, really? She was only 19 years old. Come
Mm-hmm.
on. We got to get that feeling back. We got to get that happiness back. We
That's
got to get
because
that
we stay
shine.
stuck in our head so much. But like Soul said, once we rewire those neurotransmitters
Oh, yeah.
and actually put those affirming words in there, like that was on that flyer that you said, we can change these things.
I'm
We don't
telling you,
have to
that
be stuck in
chemistry.
our head and feeling unworthy.
Yeah, exactly. All right, you guys, it's 30 minutes we've been on. I just want to thank you, Nene, and So for coming on. And I apologize for not being on Facebook. I have done something incorrectly, but it is live here. So I should be able to rebroadcast it some kind of way. I'll figure it out. All right, anything else you
And
want to say,
before
Nene? Mm-hmm.
Yes, before you leave, since I have already talked so much about my stuff, because you haven't introduced yourself, you haven't introduced what you have to offer, anything else like that.
Right.
So I'm gonna wrap mine up real quick. If you would like to work with me, because I also created a journal, journaling to peace. And so if you would like that journal, you can go to my website that you see going across the bottom down below, www.perspectivespeaking.com. And just know, if you buy the journal for $20, you will get the 7-day self-love perspective course for free. Okay. And
Oh.
so just know that that 7-day course comes along with it. You can go to my website down below, and it will keep you in touch with anything that I have going on. The 7-day course, the journal, and also the solo transfer, the solo perspective, to where you will be just working on your own time. It's a 3-week course to where you'll get weekly nutrition tips, weekly workout plan, go through the journaling processes of getting in tune with yourself, meditating, yoga, things like that. So anything that you would like to check out, just look at the website and then reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to assist you. Kathy, now let us know about your amazing services, because you help us put money back in our pocket to
I
where we can do
do.
more things like celebrate ourselves, to where I encourage people to do in my 7-day course, because we got to celebrate ourselves. So show us how we can put more money back in our pocket to celebrate ourselves after we do self-work.
You know what? I'm going to do that at another time because it's all about being positive. I guess I could say that when you are in a financial plus, you are feeling more positive about yourself.
You
So we'll go there.
are.
I definitely am a holistic mentor. I am also trying to help people with their financial health. And so I am executive director with MWR, which is Make Wealth Real. And we teach people how to get their cash flow going with money they already have. And that's the key. And so if you are interested in anything like that, just get in touch with me with my phone number, which is 816-896-0595. 816-896-0595. And if you need anything with your holistic healing, starting with your finances, your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, all of that, I also help with that. I have a business partner that we both partner up to help you guys with that kind of stuff because it's important. It's important. And so we want to see everything healed. You know, I believe that a lot of our, and it's not even a belief, it's a fact that most of our physical issues have an emotional attachment. And so when we get through that emotional attachment out of the way, then we can get our physical body better. And then the rest is history. And I am on that journey as well. We all seem to be, which is amazing because if we stop growing and learning, that means that we have died and we're
That
not
part.
dead. So we got this.
Can I share a brief testimony with you about
Absolutely.
the amazing work that you do? About 2-3 weeks ago, Kathy and Soul, that just got off the line, had did a, what was it, a biomagnetic energy
Bioenergetic. Mm-hmm.
reading,
Bioenergy. Uh-huh.
and it read my chakras to let me know what chakras was off. And the root chakra and the crown chakra was the one that was mainly off the first week. All of them, kind of went in its own way, but it let me know that I was still feeling unsafe and not supported in so many ways. It still made me feel, I mean, it made me realize that I needed to go eat within to see why I was not feeling as connected to God as I think that I should feel. And so I appreciate that work because I was feeling overwhelmed at that time. I was feeling that everything that I was doing, maybe I misread the message, but all I needed to do was just center myself. And what I did was went through my self-love perspective course. And what I realized is that I was not showing up and celebrating myself like I suggest in the course. I was not getting in a mirror to affirm myself. So I appreciate Kathy for that, because all I would have did if I wouldn't have known to focus on those two areas, me feeling safe and supported and secure, and am I getting the directions clearly as I would want to, her, what she does help you with that. It
Thank
lets you know
you.
how to connect more, how to show up more for yourself to bring that area into balance. You know, it goes through all of your 7 chakras to where it lets you know if your heart is, if you're feeling unloved, unwanted. It lets you know if you need to speak up for yourself, if you are, you know, being, you know, it's great. So if for nothing else, reach out to her to see, why are you feeling like a victim? Why are you feeling unworthy? Why are you feeling like you just don't fit in? Just whatever it is. Book a session with her. And then she can actually run a scan on you. Non-invasive. You ain't taking no pill. You ain't none of that. She just gonna ask you a few questions and then just let it flow. And then your awesomeness will just flow through. And then it'll help you. It gives you some self-help tools to get yourself in alignment and feel more confident.
That's the key right there. Is it gives you positive. It gives you positive reaction. It gives you the positive to your negative.
Right.
Like it literally does. And it gives you positive affirmation to what you're feeling. It turns it around and says, this is your desired state. Right. That's what I love about it. It gives you a desired state for you to go towards. So that's a very good point. Right. There is a solution. Not always a problem that can't be fixed. There are solutions out here. And I think that's what Soul and Nene and I are just telling you guys, that, you know, if you need us to give you positive affirmations, go on our Facebook pages and look and see what I had one on there that said, what's your positive affirmation? And some people posted things underneath there. And so go there and read them. I'm public on my Facebook page, so you can definitely go on there and look and see and get those affirmations. Google it. If you can't think of anything, Google it. And then start believing what you say. Right. That's the bottom line, is believing what you say.
Getting in the mirror and looking yourself in the eyes, that will help solidify your belief. It's something about when you look yourself in the eye, because most of the time we don't look ourselves in the eye like that. We may get our hair done, put on our makeup, but we don't look ourselves in the eye and say, I love you, girl. I see you, girl. You showing up today, girl. You did that, girl. You know, show up for yourself. Be your number one cheerleader if ain't nobody else.
Absolutely. All right, you guys.
Okay, bye, y'all.
37 minutes after. Well, I wanted to do anywhere between 30 and 45 minutes. So we right in there. I'm glad Soul was able to. I'm loving that you were able to. And so what I'm about to do is start doing our outro. So hold on one moment for me. Don't go anywhere, Misty. Hold on 1 second.
Thank y'all for joining
Absolutely.
us. Loving affirmations. I love you.
Right.
You were supported. You were golden. You were awesome. You were whatever.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me go ahead and do the outro. I'll talk to you then. Hold on.
She was never prepared for half of what she went through, but she always got through it. She always will. Who is she? She is you.